So I am inside Synapse.app right now, and this is a brand new AI tool which is absolutely insane. It allows you to do 2D drafting, which, by the way, if you want to follow along with the exact 3D space that I'm going to do this with, you can check the link below to go ahead and watch the floor plan tutorial that you're seeing on the screen right now. So you can see that we have the space kind of laid out in 2D, and I'm going to show you how it actually works to take this 2D drawing that we actually done inside Synapse.app into a 3D render. So if you see the camera tool right here, I'm going to click once on the starting point on where we want the camera placed, and another time on the direction of the camera. Then we can basically increase the field of view. And what I can do next is I can turn on live preview to see how it actually 3D modeled this on cloud in the background without actually doing the 3D modeling. And now we can take this to an actual 3D rendering space. So I can also increase the field of view even more to something like this. I can turn it on and off. And now you can see the changes that's been made here. This might be a bit too wide, but let's leave it like this for a wider field of view. So now what I'm going to do is that, first of all, we're going to go here. We're going to make sure that we are switched into image generation, because Synapse also has floor plan generation, which you can watch in another video. But for now, basically what we're going to do, so let's start by just saying render this space in bare white, keeping 100% of the structure as it is. So the reason why I'm doing this is that way we have a very good base of the actual space with scale, because this is all real scale. It's not just the render generated, because this will take the actual space into a 3D like you see right now. And now from this, we can go on and onward. So now we can say, create a realistic render of this space, of this as a dining room, in fact, with a round dining table and 4 chairs. This is in a Switzerland cabin in a mountainous area at springtime. The interior materials are natural and raw. Make windows floor to ceiling height. So let's send this and let's see how it actually does. By the way, you can see how quick it actually generated the first render. Most renders are on average done in 9.8 seconds. And by the way, I'm going to show you how much customizability there is into also importing materials, exact materials into a render, exact furniture into a render, etc. So now it actually did this. As you can see, it rendered the same exact area that we have here. It did it right here. And now we can still go ahead and modify it even further. So what we can do next is we can say, make windows full height, floor to ceiling, 3 meters, right? So now let's just make sure that it actually gets the window height correctly. Okay, so now it increased the window height. Now we can say is add the extension of a kitchen in the left of the image. So as you can see, now we can go ahead and iterate and add more stuff as we go on. As you can see, it did the windows correctly. One thing that it missed when it kind of made them full height is that this space right here, this space between the windows wasn't there previously. But once again, this is not a one-click solution. And now as you can see, it also changed the camera angle. And by the way, this doesn't yet 100% understand furniture placement. But as you can see, it kind of gets it almost there in terms of how correct it is. What we will do now is, let's say, so first of all, let's test out materials just by typing. So we can say, make it dark herringbone flooring. This would be one. Then we can say, make it strip parquet dark flooring. This can be another one. And then we can say, make this light chevron flooring. So just by typing, now we're going to have 3 different flooring material types that we can test out. As you can see, we have the dark herringbone right here. We do have the dark strip parquet right here. And we have the light chevron right here, which is very cool. You can see how quickly we generated all of these. So now let's say I want to iterate further on this one. What we can say is make walls white plaster, add wooden beams in the ceiling. So let's see how this develops the design further. So it actually did just what we prompted. What we can say now is let's test out different moods. We can say make it winter time snowing outside. We can say make it fall time autumn raining outside with an overcast mood, and add warm interior lighting inside. So we click send. So now we can test out these 2 moods. Let's move this upwards. we do have the snowing mood outside. As you can see, it still doesn't understand correctly the distinction between outside and inside. So it actually added some snow in the inside as well. But it did add the actual rain outside correctly, and it did turn on the fireplace, which is warm, and now this is becoming a very good variation of it. So we can develop this even further. What we can say is add 2 kids eating in the stools and a woman cooking in the kitchen. So we can also add people via just a prompt. So this is actually pretty cool. I actually really like this. Kind of got the story correctly. Now let me show you a few examples on how we can go even further. So now I'm going to keep the frame selected. I'm going to attach a round rug right here, and I'm going to say replace the round rug with the one attached under the dining table. We click send. In 9.8 seconds, we should have something which is accurate. Now, if you go back here, you can see that from this 2D floor plan that we drew, you can see the whole process in a video attached below. You can go ahead and create a white model, kind of give context to the environment to increase the window size. We changed the angle and actually added more around it. And then from this, we tested out different materials of the floor just via prompt. We added the wooden beams, then we tested out moods. It got the actual snow wrong. And as you can see, it did just that in terms of the rug right here for us. So we can actually replace like pieces of furniture or even 3D models. Now let's see if we do actual specific type of textures. So what I'll do is I'll go for raw, so stone texture. And I'll just find one which I like. So I would like something a bit more raw like this, and I'll just download it. Now I'm going to keep the frame selected. I will attach this stone texture, and I will say replace the fireplace stone with this one. And I'll click send. And now, as you can see, it also replaced the same exact material here in the fireplace. It did change the shape of it, made it a little bit, I guess, structurally just more regular, but still it did what we said in terms of the texture. And I mean, this is by no way a magic wand that with one click you get everything. As you see, it did take iterations and it is very quick still. And by the way, it's absolutely free to get started and try it out. So you can go ahead and do that in the first link in the description. But this is how it actually works in the interior. I mean, it's just, I mean, this is just amazing. How did we go from literally a floor plan to an actual realistic render by actually attaching images and specific furniture and prompting in just a matter of seconds. So now what I will do is, let me show you real quick how it works for exteriors as well. So for the exteriors, you will need to have drawn some sort of elevation like I did right here. So basically I would resize that, and now we have an elevation. Now, obviously with this is already stylized, so there is some sort of input already given to AI. Usually it's better if you just give it raw without materials. So we can try something out and let's see how it works. So we can say, create a basic white render of this. Keep the structure 100% the same. So let's click and send this, and let's see how it actually does for an exterior render. By the way, two things you have to keep in mind for actually this working correctly. One, when you go from floor plan to the first render, make sure you have the camera selected. You can see here when you send the prompt, because this shows the software what do you want to actually get as input. And then secondly, when you iterate from frame to frame, it's very important to keep the frame selected. So you want the frame selected. That way the frame here is actually the input inside the prompt. So now we have something, some sort of white model, which is very accurate in terms of proportions, as you can see. So what we can do now is we can say, create a realistic render of this villa in mountains in Switzerland. Make an overcast mood, make an overcast atmosphere actually. All the openings in this elevation are windows, and let them send through warm lighting to the outside. Okay, so let's just do this first. So let's just set up the environment and the surroundings, and then we can do some sort of material tests as well. So you can see how quickly this will be done. So it kind of did this for now. What we can do now is we can say add grass and more vegetation and make it summertime instead. So we can click send. So this is the generation that we have. Let me actually go for, let's say, springtime, and let's actually make the sunlight very low intensity. So let's click send, because I think this is just way too much. Like it just looks way too fake. The grass is way too regular and everything. Interesting. And then we can also tell this to add vegetation like grass, bushes, and a little more trees. Make it winter time and snowing, and make the house facade in wood, roof in black metal seams. So let's see how it actually does. I have this vision of this, and then we can do a little material test with like just by prompting, which is basically the same thing. You know how we attach materials here in the interior. By the way, once you create renders here, make sure you actually go ahead and publish to the community, and because I honestly check all of them, and it's a very good source of inspiration to go inside the Synapse community. Okay, so this is getting a lot better now. What we can do is we can say, make the wood in the facade lighter, and we can say, make the house facade in stone. So this I also like a lot as well. I still like the darker one a bit more, and this is the stone one. I like the stone one too. So what we can do is we can probably just continue with this one if we want to. I can continue with the stone one. I think this is a bit more unique, so let's just continue with this. And I can type in add people around a fireplace outside, and add furniture inside, add some exterior wall lights to the house. So let's click send. Okay, so it did add an actual like fireplace, and it did add the people. So that's pretty cool. It did add the actual furniture indoor, and it did add the exterior lighting, which is absolutely awesome. I actually love this. Now, what we can say is we can also mark a place with, let's say, red. So we can just say red, and we can say, we can keep the frame selected. We can say add a dog running in the red area. It did actually add the dog running as well. It seems a bit, it seems like a bear, more like a dog in terms of scale, because it's just way too big. The proportions are not there, but it's still a very good touch. What I'll say is, let's just try to switch the moods now for something like, make this summertime, and make this nighttime slash dawn, and we can click send. Okay, so the summertime one now looks a lot better. I really like this. We can say turn off the interior lights and exterior artificial lights, because that looks more realistic with the sunlight. And then for the nighttime, this actually, I actually love this. This is so nice. Very cool stuff. So, I mean, this is just amazing. I really urge all of you to try this out, because it's absolutely free to get started. You can do very professional drawings like the one you see here, which I did in another video. And then we went from this to actually realistic, real scale render of the interior. Right here, and then we went just from the elevation to an actual testing out all of these options, going through iterations and everything else, to these right here. So once again, if you want to try this out yourself, go ahead and click the first link below. And if you want to see more from Synapse and more tutorials from me using AI tool, go ahead and watch the video right here.